So my dad was driving home from work and he said that they were unloading the new C8 Corvette. So I quickly came over here and got some footage and I think it looks so good.
Yeah, so is it just plastic? Yeah, it's just carbon
The one thing I will say about the new Corvette is the tail end looks kind of similar to the Camaro. Not sure how I feel about that, but I'd take that any day over that.
Oh my gosh, are you okay? You're smiling. You're bad. I didn't mean to.
Turn around.
I didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah, but
you're fine. You're fine.
It was startling.
All right, let's try this. Well, this is a lame seesaw. All right, welcome back to another video, you guys. In today's video, we're somewhere new. So we're actually in Michigan, right down the street at a park from Faith's parents' house. Today's topic, Faith kind of came up with this idea, and I think it's an amazing idea. Our life is very unique. So we're basically gonna talk about running multiple businesses as a couple.
Yeah, you don't really see that every day, let alone a couple in their 20s.
And then we have a really cool event that we're here in Michigan for. So tonight, after this video, I think we're gonna go to a street called Woodward, and we're gonna go car spotting for some classic cars and hopefully some exotics.
Yeah.
So we're gonna quickly go over the pros and cons of running a business, and then we're gonna go car spotting.
Cool.
Okay, so to start everything off, just so you guys have the correct timeline, about six and a half years ago, I started my mobile detailing business in Park City. And then about 3 years ago, Faith joined the picture.
Yes, and 3 years ago things changed drastically for Clayton and me. And then the more I got to know him, the more I realized you can't do this all by yourself. Like, there's no way you're gonna grow just running this business by yourself, and the demand is just constantly rising. So we talked about it, and I relayed this crazy idea to Clayton. What if I help you run the business? Not take over, but like, what if I help
manage it.
Manage.
So about 3 years ago, Faith became the manager of my business,
yeah,
which is the Summit Auto Detailing, not to be confused with Summit Auto Lab.
Yeah,
you guys are familiar
later.
with. That comes later.
August 2016, I became an employee of Clayton's business.
That was just a quick history of where the business was at. So it was 3 years old. I was in over my head. Faith came into the picture, and she volunteered graciously to help me manage the business. So that comes with some pros and cons.
Yeah. At first, we were so excited about this idea. Like, oh my gosh, like, we both get to work from home and go on vacation whenever we want. We don't have bosses. We just leave. Like, it was the lifestyle that we were after.
In theory.
In theory. But, you know, after a few weeks of spending every single day together, cleaning dirty cars, it kind of got old.
Yeah, so imagine you're with your significant other, and then you guys decide to work 80 hours a week doing manual labor.
Yeah.
That's basically...
It's tough.
Yeah.
And very side note, Clayton and I, we may seem very similar on screen, but we are two completely different people.
Completely different.
So opposite in just the way we think, specifically. So some cons to us working together, a list that we came up with. Clayton was this bachelor. He had this business all to himself. He was, you know, king of his world. And all of a sudden I kind of came in and started taking over here and there, and he did not like that. Clayton lost control. I mean, he still had control of his business, but he had another brain, you know, talking to him.
Picking away at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was the first speed bump that we hit. Was Clayton had to, you know, let go of his baby a little bit in order for it to grow. Number two, we were together 24/7. That speaks for itself.
Well, it's a pro and a con.
Yeah.
More so a con when you actually think about the reality of it.
Yeah.
we would literally like work from 7 a.m. to 8 or 9 p.m. Then we would get dinner, then we'd pass out and wake up and do it all over again.
Yeah.
So we literally would have no personal time, which is something that we had to overcome.
Yes. Number 3, it was a very big hurdle was technically Clayton's my coworker. I'm his coworker. When something goes wrong in with the business, it's really hard for Clayton to come to me and, tell me I did something wrong without the fact that he's also my boyfriend coming and telling me I did something wrong. So that was really hard to separate.
Imagine you're at work and your boss comes in and says, hey, I noticed that you're 10 minutes late. I need you to be here on time. But then imagine that you're dating that person. So it's much, much harder. You're like, hey, like, you idiot, you need to get in here on time. But like, you can't, because then you're in a relationship together.
Yeah.
That's tough. So that was con number 3. 4?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Is Summit Detailing was Clayton's sole provider for, his daily life necessities. And then when I came on, Summit Detailing then had to take care of 2 people. So essentially...
doubled its expenses.
Exactly. I could, think of it as Clayton had a business and I had my own job. That's 2 incomes. Whereas us working under the same umbrella...
1 income.
1 income. So that was also
tough. It's a financial strain. I was gonna see if we can make a 3-pointer.
Oh, okay.
All right, 3-point shots. Whoever makes the first 3-pointer gets to start the pro list.
Okay. Wait, how does a 3-pointer work?
First one to make it from right here gets to start off the pros.
Okay, ready? Yikes.
Okay.
Whoa, I was way closer. Dang it.
You were not even at the right line. You were supposed to be right there. Okay, one more, go.
You're taller. Whoa there.
Oh.
Coming in hot.
Oh. Whoa.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Ow. This is not very fun.
Okay, we made it up to the top of the playground and we're ready for the pros. So these are the pros of working together with your spouse or significant other.
Yeah. All right. So number 1, schedules are always the same.
So nice.
Yeah, that was the main reason we did this. So we never have to ask for time off. We're always
We just have to plan it in advance. But we can take as much time as we want off as long as we manage the business properly.
Exactly. Number 2, working together has helped us extremely with maturing in a relationship. We've had to grow up so fast because it's kind of like having kids. You're taking care of a business together. He wants to raise it one way, I want to raise it another. So we've really had to like treat it like a child and work together to make it grow.
Yeah, it basically expedited our relationship to the next level super, super quickly, which has got us to the point where we're at now, where it's like second nature for us.
It is.
So.
It is.
Number 3.
Number 3, with this didn't happen because I jumped on board. It would have happened if anyone did, but the business has grown quite a bit. He was able to focus on growing the business while someone else took care of all the boring stuff, which is what I did. So I took away all of that distraction from Clayton so he could focus on the bigger things.
Yeah, it's a huge pro because I was able to continue to work without getting pulled away.
Yeah.
And I was able to continue to work and just yell to her and be like, hey, I need you to order this. And she would take care of it while I kept working. Okay. Number 4. So the 4th pro is that we're both like on the same page, and more so kind of to the point where we're both aware of the problems of the business. We're both aware of like kind of the bottlenecks of the process. So that way we can both be thinking about solving that issue throughout the day-to-day procedures.
It also helps us be in sync. Like a lot of couples struggle with being on different pages and so that's helped us tremendously in just managing our relationship. I mean, over the 3 years, we've learned so much about each other that I think couples take years to learn.
Yeah, a long time. And we've only been together like what, 3.5 years?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. I think we're doing all right. that right there are 4 pros and 4 cons to like working together with your significant other or your spouse or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever.
Wow. That was
as fun as they used to be.
That was pathetic. Anyways, just to kind of tie up what we were just talking about, yeah, working with your spouse is hard. We've learned a lot. There's been ups and downs. There's good days, there's bad days. Definitely need time apart sometimes, but I wouldn't change it for a thing. It's been such a fun 3 years. And just, you know, all of your comments saying that, you know, we work so well together, we're such a good team, is so awesome to hear because we try really hard. But just to be real with you guys, like, a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes of those videos, so always keep that in mind.
It's not all fun and games. We still do have our arguments and our disagreements, especially on like what we film for the YouTube channel and how we run the businesses, but it's all good. So we're gonna make our way down to the street we told you guys about called Woodward Avenue. So there's a car show going on this weekend called the Woodward Dream Cruise. If you guys have never heard of that, think of a 4-lane major street, like 4-lane each way with a giant median, and it's like 10 miles. 10 miles bumper to bumper car show. Every parking lot that's attached to the road is completely full of cars.
And it's every car you can ever think of.
Just everything.
There's no limit.
So we're gonna make our way there now on bikes.
Think this is good?
Yeah. Alright, thanks for tuning in to another one of our videos. So I hope that sheds a little bit of light on our personal lives, us running the businesses together. So we are here on Woodward. I can't believe the Woodward Dream Cruise doesn't start for another 2 full days, and it is completely packed. We have a Plymouth Prowler right there.
We have a lot more videos planned while we're here. The next one is solely Dream Cruise, so stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next video. We'll see you there.
See ya!